There are two things that people love. In fact, they crave. Getting away from it all at a great destination and being there with friends and family. But for this big family reunion, getting away together is more than just a fun week at the beach. Something far more important is going on here. And even though it involves everything from surfing to sailing, boogie boarding to boa constrictors, juggling to giraffes, and jukeboxes to jet skis, this huge family reunion is on a mission to make sure that everyone in the family keeps their connection fresh, so their love for each other lasts, well, forever. They've come to Oceanside, California, and Grandmother Nola is at the helm of this adventure. This is the story of what happens when this family reunion of 46 are getting away together.
Getting away together is made possible by
TripAdvisor.com. 50 million reviews and opinions from real travelers.
They treated me like a rock star. Even the concierge knew me by name.
We could kayak right from our own private dock.
It felt like we had the whole island to ourselves.
I could almost reach out my window and touch the Eiffel Tower.
What an amazing vacation. We can't wait to go back.
Fantastic.
Millions of reviews of hotels, vacation rentals, and more. All from real people who've been where you want to go. TripAdvisor.com.
You've planned your trip for a long time. Wouldn't it be nice to know someone is helping you make it safe and relaxing? For more than 20 years, CSA Travel Protection has been making travel convenient with friendly, expert service, giving you security that your travel investment is safe, whatever happens, and the assistance you need from travel delays to emergency care. Before, during, and after your trip, we're CSA Travel Protection.
Ocean surf that makes your spirits soar. Welcome to Oceanside, San Diego's North Shore. Visit oceanside.org.
Beautiful, luxurious, oceanfront vacation homes right on the beach on the North Shore of San Diego and Oceanside. From family vacations to reunions, celebrations of every kind. Beachfront only vacation rentals. It's all we do.
This is Oceanside, California. Now, you might say, isn't every little town along the coast of California an Oceanside community? Well, some are and some aren't. Located right between San Diego to the south and Los Angeles to the north, Oceanside sits right smack dab on 3.5 miles of beautiful Pacific beach. The name itself comes from the time when families further inland would talk about going oceanside to escape the summer heat. Get this, the average summer temperature here is around 70 degrees. So this perfect weather plus the gradual rolling beach makes it pretty much a surfer, boogie boarder, jet skier, kayaker, and sailor's heaven. And that's exactly what attracted the Hatch family to Oceanside. In fact, they've returned here for a second Hatch family reunion. Grandmother Nola Hatch was the inspiration.
So good to see you. Let me show you where your rooms are.
Last year, Grandma Hatch said we want to make sure that the Hatch family continues every year, that we all get together. That was important to stay connected with our family.
Okay, right here in this drawer. This is beautiful.
We're a large family. I'm from 10, but my husband and I have 6. And they married wonderful people. And we have 34 grandchildren, and we have 4 great-grandchildren. And we enjoy being together. Fortunately, we've been able to be together since they've been young. So they have a lot of history of knowing each other since they've been born. Real blessing.
So, who exactly is the Hatch family? Presenting what might be the world's fastest family tree presentation. When Grandmother Nola rings the bell at dinner time, Sandra and Larry Wright, with kids and grandchildren, Colleen, Nathan, Amaya, Noel, Tara, Evan, Charles, and Annette, come running. Then, There's Garland and Carol Hatch with Jared, Brittany, Krista, Shaylin, and Bronson, along with Clark and Gwenta Hatch with Cody, Brookie, Josiah, and Eli. Followed by Paula and Daniel Maservi with 6 of their 8 sons, Brent, Craig, Grant, Tanner, Brock, and Tyler. Not to be outdone by daughter Brenda and Carl Demetropoulos, accompanied by Janie, Nicholas, Whitney, Cassie, Darcy, Ellie, Theo, and Zach. And finally, Eric and Angela Hatch with Jessica, Courtney, and Chelsea. Wow. All 46 of them have come to this huge vacation rental home right on the beach of Oceanside, California.
Our family has learned from experience that we need a large gathering area.
I spent many hours searching on the internet, trying to find a home that was large enough for our family. That was a challenge, to find a home that could fit all of us.
Nice.
Right around the corner.
So beautiful.
What do you think, kids?
Nice.
I like the fact that it was a managed property, and we knew that the home would be ready as soon as we arrived, that it would be ready for us to go ahead and get settled in.
Here we are. This is your room.
Am I over here?
I like that in the bedroom there's no TV, because in a hotel there's a TV and the husband or the kids want to watch TV and there's no quiet time to talk.
Look at the ocean, honey. Isn't that nice?
Everything's immaculate and ready for us to just go ahead and put our luggage in and start having fun and pick up where we left off last year.
Staying in a vacation home right on the Pacific Ocean was one of the biggest draws to the area. But there was a lot more that attracted the Hatches to Oceanside. It's home to the longest wooden pier on the West Coast, and a charming collection of vintage bungalows that make you feel you've gone back to a classic beachside community of the 40s. There's another reason why this little area is unique. It's that Oceanside keeps reinventing itself about every decade or so. Back when California was first developing, some Spanish friars came here and established Old Mission San Luis Rey, a beautiful mission just a bit inland from the ocean. In the 1880s, settlers from England arrived with names like Young, Hargreaves, and Edmonds. But even in its infancy, Oceanside was known as a place for beachgoers. The first pier was built around that time, and along with it, the railroad came in, and also big hotels. At the turn of the century, Hollywood discovered Oceanside for feature filming, and famous silent movie stars like Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford set up beach camps for their wealthy friends. Fast forward to the 40s and the beginning of World War II, when the government bought a huge local ranch and turned it into the largest Marine Corps training camp in the world, Camp Pendleton. Little Oceanside reeled, but adapted again, not always with great results. The city developed a tough town reputation for a while, especially in its downtown. But city officials, working with brave local merchants, worked hard to clean things up again. And now, after almost 30 years, people who come to Oceanside discover a safe and vital community with classic California charm. Not far from the center of downtown Oceanside is a great little destination that reminds you more of New England than California. It's the Oceanside Harbor and Marina. In fact, the locals call it Cape Cod Village, and if it has to do with any kind of water sports, you'll find it here.
This is Oceanside Harbor. We're leaving right now. This harbor was originally put here back during World War II.
Captain Les George has been sailing yachts out of this harbor for nearly 30 years. His beautiful 39-foot ocean-going sailing yacht is called Obsession. That sort of fits, because Captain Les decided to make sailing his life's work after retiring as a firefighter captain in a nearby town.
The pier that you can see over here off to the left, or off to our port bow, that's the Oceanside Municipal Pier. Looks pretty long, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's the longest wooden pier structure in Southern California. There are longer piers, but this is the only one that's made exclusively of wood.
As we were approaching the pier, I heard a noise and looked up.
There's a red and white buoy out there. Let's go out there and see if there's any sea lions.
Does anybody know how you can tell the difference between a sea lion and a seal?
No.
Sea lions have ears and seals do not. So when you go by these guys, you'll actually notice that they have little ears on there rather than a nice smooth head like a seal.
The Hatch family would be the first to tell you these tranquil moments are pretty rare, as evidenced by what happened next.
We came through the jetties, and we turned the corner, and there was a whole bunch of people there, and they were all of our relatives, and it was very exciting. Hey, Grandma.
I saw Grandma Hatch on a kayak.
Some other cousins came up with the kayak, and some other cousins, and Garland started splashing us with the paddles.
It was like a little Hatch invasion. Everybody was attacking us. It was really great.
Another important thing to understand about this family is that even though many of them come from landlocked states, they're all freaky about water sports.
Great thing about this location is it's almost like a private beach in a way, because you feel like the only people using it are the people that are renting right here, these vacation rentals. So you feel as if you are really just your family on the beach.
The kids, they were just having the time of their life out there.
But the kids aren't the only ones crazy about being in the surf.
Carl loves marine life. In fact, he would rather be at the beach or in the water explaining the science part of all of the different animals, and he just loves it.
We have these shore crabs, and they're pretty cool. In this bucket, you got to be careful because they'll pinch you. But look at that. This is a line shore crab.
My mom is amazing. She's in her 70s. She's out boogie boarding with the grandkids.
She tried surfing. She didn't like it very much, so she sticks with boogie boarding now. So she's a very active grandmother. It's really good surfing here at Oceanside, and it's a really good smooth bottom there that we can have the kids learn how to surf.
My two kids came to me and said, "Dad, I want you to buy me a board and wetsuit now." They totally love surfing.
Within eyeshot of the beach in downtown Oceanside is a veritable shrine to surfing, the California Surf Museum. Within the museum, you can learn stuff like, what's the difference between a longboard, shortboard, single fin, or thruster? And that, yes, there really was a real Gidget.
I really enjoyed the Surf Museum because I have been surfing for close to 30 years. And so a lot of the different kind of surfboards from 30 years ago I recognized, and I used to surf on those kind of surfboards. And to see some of the movies of how people used to surf compared to now. When I first started surfing 30 years ago, it was kind of known as a beach bum, and my dad and I had kind of a deal. If I got good grades, kept my grades up, he would let me miss school and go surfing whenever the waves were up. So I was very motivated to get very good grades so I can go surfing whenever the waves were up.
By the way, if you've been wondering just how a 46-member family reunion ever actually works, watch and learn. This family has it down to a science.
Last year, Angela was in charge of the entire planning and organizing of the reunion.
What we do before the trip is we have it all planned out, which family is in charge of preparing and cleaning up which night. So we have that all organized prior to coming to the beach home, so that when we come here, it's just relaxed. We put our charts up in the kitchen, the main hangout area.
So each family cooks, serves, and cleans their meal for 46 people. 2 kitchens in the house make it a little easier.
You guys always make a mess.
At first, I was intimidated feeding 47 people until we had Thanksgiving at our home 2 years in a row. And once I just thought through it and saw it in my mind, then it was easy. And once you do it, it's not that hard.
Oftentimes when we go as a big group, as a family reunion, we'll overwhelm someplace. We'll go into a store and buy everything. Or we'll go to a fast food place and we'll buy everything they've got. And it's a lot of fun to do that.
We bought probably 4 basketfuls of fruit: watermelon, cantaloupe, peaches, apples. We just had tons and tons of fresh vegetables, fresh fruit.
What you have to do is have some really good cooks in your family, because you're never going to go out to dinner with a big group like this.
But sometimes there are things that are just worth going out for. One of them is the perfect milkshake. Right on the site of what used to be the main road between Los Angeles and San Diego sits another Oceanside landmark. Originally opening back in 1928, the 101 Cafe has gone through a bunch of transformations. It was Graham's, then Jimmy's, and even Randy's coffee shop for a time. But the present owners have restored it to its original glory, and they still make the best shake in San Diego County.
Cafe 101 was just this darling little place, so close to the ocean, and it was just very welcoming.
We really enjoyed going to the 101 Cafe. They had great milkshakes, all the old-time pictures. It just kind of took you back many, many years.
People that worked there were wonderful. They served 50-something milkshakes in an hour, so that was probably a record.
What any self-respecting diner needs, of course, is a hot rod, like a little Deuce Coupe. And when you meet Chuck, you're in luck.
1932 Ford 3-1 Coupe. It's all metal. It's a real one.
There was a guy that just showed up with an old-time truck, and it was beautiful.
This older than me.
Yeah, older than me.
Is this something you actually built yourself?
I bought it, and then I had a Chevy engine, and I got rid of the Chevy and went Ford all the way.
It was the type of truck that typically some people might just leave in the garage and just bring out to shows. From what he said, he actually drove it all over the country.
I've been to Phoenix, Arizona, Lake Tahoe, Reno, Barstow, Big Bear. I get on it and go.
We found the people in Oceanside to be real friendly, down to earth.
I felt as though they were glad that we were here, and it made it more enjoyable for me and my family to be here.
Less than a 30-minute drive east from Oceanside, the San Pasqual Valley is home to the 1,800-acre San Diego Zoo Safari Park, a division of the famous San Diego Zoo. Back in the 1960s, the park's founder, Dr. Charles Schroeder, was worried that a huge number of the world's most endangered species of animals were not breeding properly. So he figured if he found a huge open space and got enough animals together in one place, they might feel a little more at home again. Well, it worked, and today animals like these rhinos are multiplying again.
We're 9 times the size of the San Diego Zoo, and that's just our developed section. Yeah. Now what that provides you all with is an excellent opportunity to go out and experience these animals in a more exotic and wild setting. And giraffe's spotting pattern is actually completely unique to the giraffe, so it's different for every single giraffe. Now, what's really interesting about giraffe is they have what we classically refer to as the rule of tongue. For every foot tall a giraffe is how long their tongue is in inches.
I was feeding the giraffe, and this long tongue came up and started nibbling. I almost felt like it was going to take a bite out of me.
He's licking my fingers.
All right, now, yeah, don't take that too close to your brother there. Perfect.
Every Thursday evening, year-round, from 5 to 9 p.m., the downtown streets of Oceanside turn into a festival of international earthly delights. It's called the Sunset Market, and it features foods from around the world, live entertainment, a farmer's market, and an arts and crafts fair.
It's United Nations. I love it.
There is a lot of different people from different countries all around the world that actually live here in Oceanside.
Well, I think it might remind a lot of people of the Mediterranean because of the coast and the ocean and the water.
Wow, we're eating
It was so fun to try all the international food. There was Bosnian food, Thai food, Spanish food, you name it, it was there. It was pretty much in the center of the farmer's market. You could go around and try it all, and they'd cook it right up in front of you. It's fun to experience new things, because I would never have had Bosnian food or Ghana food, and we loved it. This one was from Nigeria with a goat meat. I have never had goat meat. We all got to have these giant cupcakes, and we all shared them around. We all took bites. And we voted that we all liked the lemon cupcake best.
This is delicious, Bella. Get a big smile there. Colleen had mentioned that there was a snake. She must have seen a sign that she wanted to go try it out. She's an animal lover. Let's go over here and try it out. So at first when I saw the snake, I thought that was way too big to put on my shoulders. But then I saw that she could do it. So I thought, why not? I've never done this before. Let's see what it's like. And it was a neat experience I would have otherwise not had if I hadn't come here and gone to the Sunset Market.
Okay, welcome to tonight's Hatch Variety Show. We got a number of acts tonight.
As if all of these Hatch family adventures were not enough, this family has a traditional way to entertain themselves.
We don't use that word talent night. That's kind of intimidating. We use variety night because they don't have to be perfect. Just be themselves and do your best you can and have fun.
Doesn't matter when during the trip we plan the variety show, but everybody in the family knows that they can sign up to share their skill, their talent, something that they like to do with the whole family.
The cousins, the uncles, the aunts, the nephews, nieces, everybody was involved in the talent show. And you had everything literally from A to Z. It was a lot of fun. It was a hoot.
All right, don't show me that card. Grandma, look in your pocket. Is the card there? No, but that would have been a great trick.
Amanda, Clark's oldest daughter, is in Washington, D.C., and she was able to call in and actually perform.
It's a song, Nations of the World by Amanda Hatch.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too, Hong Kong, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Yugoslavia, Great Mauritania, then Transylvania, Monaco, Liechtenstein, Malta, and Palestine, Fiji, Australia, Sudan.
So we got to see Amanda's talent on the internet 1,000 miles away, and so she was part of us.
That's our show for tonight, everybody. Let's give them a big round of applause.
With few exceptions, places aren't about bricks and mortar and trees or even beaches. They tend to be a lot more about people. Sure, you can go to a lot of places that have gorgeous views and a lot of fun things to do, but if they're not people places, they don't seem to draw you back. For nearly 200 years, this little beachside community of Oceanside has been welcoming people back to its shores to rest, cool off, and reinvent themselves. And that's exactly what the Hatch family has been doing here. They've been retelling their family stories to each other, reintroducing their new family members, and re-energizing themselves in the process. That doesn't mean that it's always been easy.
When I look back on this trip, a year from now or 10 years from now, I'll probably remember my daughter Jessica steering the sailboat for her first time. That was amazing.
I loved watching my daughters surf and stand up for the first time because that was very exciting for them, so it was very exciting for me. And I also loved being on the electric boat with the kids because I let all the little kids drive the boat, and it was so fun to see them turn the boat and go in circles and trying to figure out how to make sure it didn't go in circles and unwind it their first time driving.
I would say some of the favorite parts of this vacation were watching my kids learn how to surf, boogie boarding out in the ocean with my daughter, and the talent show was a blast.
This reunion, I'll probably remember my grandchildren playing. Amaya boogie boarded for the very first time, and this is a child that didn't even like to touch sand. And just to see their enjoyment and expression and learning new things and developing and progressing.
Being out in the water, in the waves, with my brothers and with my nephews and surfing along with them, and that was my best experience of coming to Oceanside.
I think some of the special memories I've had at this reunion has been watching the children play together with each other. Just to see the interaction and the love and the kindness and the fun of the family being together. That's my happiest memory.
Just like the Hatch family, or for that matter, any family, Oceanside has been constantly rewriting its own story for decades. Even its mighty pier is the 6th one to rise from fire and storm. But the good news is that because they work hard at it, this family and this place is pretty much guaranteed not only to endure, but to thrive and mature. And this certainly won't be the last time we see this great big, larger-than-life family coming here and getting away together.
If you'd like to know more about the people, places, and activities featured in this or any other episode of Getting Away Together, log on to gettingawaytogether.com. That's gettingawaytogether.com. Getting Away Together was made possible by
TripAdvisor.com. 50 million reviews and opinions from real travelers.
They treated me like a rock star. Even the concierge knew me by name.
We could kayak right from our own private dock.
It felt like we had the whole island to ourselves.
I could almost reach out my window and touch the Eiffel Tower. What an amazing vacation. We can't wait to go back.
Fantastic.
Millions of reviews of hotels, vacation rentals, and more. All from real people who've been where you want to go. TripAdvisor.com.
You've planned your trip for a long time. Wouldn't it be nice to know someone is helping you make it safe and relaxing? For more than 20 years, CSA Travel Protection has been making travel convenient with friendly, expert service, giving you security that your travel investment is safe, whatever happens, and the assistance you need from travel delays to emergency care. Before, during, and after your trip, we're CSA Travel Protection.
Ocean surf that makes your spirit soar. Welcome to Oceanside, San Diego's North Shore. Visit oceanside.org.
Beautiful, luxurious, oceanfront vacation homes right on the beach on the North Shore of San Diego and Oceanside. From family vacations to reunions, celebrations of every kind. Beachfront only vacation rentals. It's all we do.